U.S. President Donald Trump met with his Chinese counterpart Xi Jinping in Beijing on May 14th. The high-stakes summit kick-started with Trump and Xi holding a bilateral meeting where both world leaders hailed U.S.-China ties and expressed hope about what the two superpowers can achieve together. Notably, the summit is expected to cover several highly debated topics, including trade, U.S. tariffs, Taiwan, and Iran, and will run through May 15th. During the bilateral meeting, Trump hoped for a fantastic future together in his opening remarks and touted the relationship he shares with his Chinese counterpart. Meanwhile, Xi Jinping kept his remarks short and crisp and made the U.S. understand one thing: China and the U.S. are better off as partners and not rivals.
The world has come to a new crossroads. Can China and the United States overcome the Thucydides Trap and create a new paradigm of major country relations? Can we meet global challenges together and provide more stability for the world? Can we, in the interests of the well-being of our two peoples and the future of humanity, build a brighter future together for our bilateral relations? These are the questions vital to history, to the world, and to the people. They are the questions of our times that you and I need to answer as leaders of major countries. China and the United States both stand to gain from cooperation and lose from confrontation. We should be partners, not rivals. We should help each other succeed and prosper together and find the right way for major countries to get along well with each other in the new era.
Not just that, according to Chinese state media, Xi Jinping touched the tingling nerve at the very start of the two-day summit and warned the United States that if the Taiwan issue is handled poorly, the two superpowers could come into conflict and push the growing China-US relationship into an extremely dangerous situation. Notably, Xi also sounded alarm that trade wars produce no winners and stressed that China-US relations should be guided by mutual benefit and equal consultation, CCTV reported.
Xi Jinping pointed out that facts have repeatedly proven that trade wars have no winners. The fundamental nature of China-US economic and trade relations is one of mutual benefit and win-win cooperation. When faced with differences and friction, equal-footed consultation is the only correct choice. Yesterday, the economic and trade teams of both sides reached an overall balanced and positive outcome. This is good news for the people of both countries and for the world. Both sides should work together to preserve the hard-won positive momentum that currently exists. Xi Jinping emphasized that the Taiwan issue is the most important issue in China-US relations. If handled well, the overall stability of bilateral relations can be maintained. If handled poorly, the two countries will collide or even come into conflict, pushing the entire China-US relationship into an extremely dangerous situation. Taiwan independence and peace in the Taiwan Strait are fundamentally incompatible. Maintaining peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait is the greatest common ground shared by both China and the United States.
As the whole world watches how the US-China summit is unfolding in Beijing, Xi Jinping made a striking promise to the US-based business representatives who accompanied Trump and gathered at the Great Hall of the People in Beijing. According to a Bloomberg report, Xi told the US business tycoons, and I quote, "American enterprises are deeply involved in China's reform and opening up, a process from which both sides have benefited. China's door to the outside world will only open wider." The Chinese leader indicated that Beijing is leaning toward broader economic openness. The remarks also appeared to align with repeated calls from Donald Trump urging Beijing to further expand market access. As the world is watching what the Beijing summit will yield, Xi Jinping, speaking just ahead of Donald Trump, said global attention was focused on the meeting and raised concerns over whether the two powerful nations can avoid the Thucydides Trap. Notably, the Thucydides Trap refers to the historical risk that rivalry between an emerging power and an established power can escalate into conflict.
Let me say a few words first. And then I'd like to invite you, Mr. President, to deliver your opening remarks. President Trump, I'm very pleased to meet you in Beijing. Welcome back to China after 9 years. The whole world is watching our meeting. Currently, transformation not seen in a century is accelerating across the globe, and the international situation is fluid and turbulent. The world has come to a new crossroads. Can China and the United States overcome the Thucydides Trap and create a new paradigm of major country relations? Can we meet global challenges together and provide more stability for the world? Can we, in the interests of the well-being of our two peoples and the future of humanity, build a brighter future together for our bilateral relations? These are the questions vital to history, to the world, and to the people. They are the questions of our times that you and I need to answer as leaders of major countries. This year is the 250th anniversary of American independence. Congratulations to you and to the American people. I always believe that our two countries have more common interests than differences. Success in one is an opportunity for the other, and a stable bilateral relationship is good for the world. China and the United States both stand to gain from cooperation and lose from confrontation. We should be partners, not rivals. We should help each other succeed and prosper together and find the right way for major countries to get along well with each other in the new era. Mr. President, I look forward to our discussions on major issues important to our two countries and the world, and working together with you to set the course for and steer the giant ship of China-U.S. relations so as to make 2026 a historic landmark year that opens up a new chapter in China-U.S. relations. I will pause here and hand over to you, Mr. President. Thank you.
Well, President Xi, I want to thank you very much. First of all, that was an honor like few have ever seen before. And I think I was particularly impressed by those children. They were happy. They were beautiful. The military is obvious. It couldn't be better, but those children were amazing, and they represent so much. And I know they represent so much to you. You and I have known each other now for a long time. In fact, the longest relationship of our two countries that any president and president has had. And that's, to me, an honor. We've had a fantastic relationship. We've gotten along. When there were difficulties, we worked it out. I would call you, and you would call me. And whenever we had a problem, people don't know, whenever we had a problem, we worked that out very quickly. We're going to have a fantastic future together. Such respect for China, the job you've done. You're a great leader. I say it to everybody. You're a great leader. Sometimes people don't like me saying it, but I say it anyway because it's true. I only say the truth. And I just want to say, on behalf of all of the great delegation that we have the greatest businessmen, the biggest, and I guess the best in the world. We have amazing people, and they're all with me. Every single one of them, we asked the top 30 in the world, every single one of them said yes. And I didn't want the second or the third in the company. I wanted only the top. And they're here today to pay respects to you and to China. And they look forward to trade and doing business. And it's going to be totally reciprocal on our behalf. So I really look very much forward to our discussion. It's a big discussion. There are those that say this is maybe the biggest summit ever. They can never remember anything like it. I can say in the United States, people aren't talking about anything else. But it's an honor to be with you. It's an honor to be your friend. And the relationship between China and the USA is going to be better than ever before. Thank you very much. Thank you.